So there's this rumor floating around that Dark and Darker has another GearScore bracket. As of about 2 days ago, there started being a rumor that Dark and Darker had a bracket in normal mode that was somewhere between 25 and 125 to get everybody up to speed. In the advent of Dark and Darker coming to Steam and being free to play as an offering for everyone else to come in and try to experience the game, a lot of people had an issue with trying to play against other gamers. Normal mode never really had brackets, and players in normals wanted the ability to not just have to run base kit gear, even though they only have the single character, etc., but that's all stuff for a different video. Suffice to say that STF ended up agreeing with them, and he wanted them to have the ability to run gear. So, with the exception of being able to put on like a single green or whatever, there were two brackets. 0 GearScore to 24 GearScore, and then 25 to infinitum. If you went into high roller, obviously anything goes. Run crap, run amazing stuff, anything, everything in between. It's high roller. That's kind of the name of the game. It is what it is. Like I said, there's this rumor that's going around where people believed that there was a middle bracket lobby. Now, I went to SDF and I asked him that question. His response? I got nothing. Nothing. Maybe he'll get back to me by the time that this video has aired. I don't know. I also went to Grayson and asked Grayson this question. His response was, only God and SDF know. So, no confirmation there. I went and asked the wiki guys. If you go to the Dark and Darker wiki, which for those of you that don't know, Dark and Darker has a wiki. It's at the Spells and Guns wiki webpage. In there, you can look up GearScore. If you do that, it now shows 3 brackets. 0 to 24, 25 to 124, and then 125 plus. Now that stuff doesn't typically just get put in there arbitrarily. This stuff obviously is added via community members, but it has to be verified. And just about everything that's on the wiki, some of which is outdated, granted, just about everything that's on the wiki though is updated pretty regularly, and that stuff is all data mined. All of that information comes from changes in code that happen whenever there's a patch. They compare the old version to the new version. And I checked with the wiki guys, and one of the guys that runs the page, Sir, ended up saying, yeah, it's legit. There is a bracket from 25 GS to 124 GS as of now. So as of 2 days ago, and I have yet to have anyone say that this isn't a thing, by the way. Anyone that has been in my chat that I have been asking over the last couple of days whenever this has come up in conversation, everyone has said they've tried to run these lobbies on purpose to see if this is a thing, and everyone that they inspect seems to be between 25 and 124. And then there was a guy that even went on to say if they ended up at, say, 125 plus, they were always in lobbies with guys that had 200 and 300 GS. So I think this is real. And why they haven't announced it, I don't know. Maybe it was just one of those things that they wanted the community to kind of ease their way into or kind of discover passively on their own. They didn't really want to make it known maybe because you would see a lot of people start min-maxing the hell out of this. But I think the cat's kind of out of the bag as of now for a lot of people that really watch this kind of stuff. As of right now, there's some 41,000 people in the lobby. Not too bad, not too bad. Whether or not the player base, as it sits right now, is something that can sustain another bracket, I guess we'll have to see. Right now, though, with people floating in the 40 to 50,000 player range every day concurrent, doesn't seem like it's hurting too god-awful. I'm hoping that over time, I expect that we're going to see the player base drop off a little bit as the wipe progresses, but then, you know, when the game wipes again, hopefully we end up kind of jumping up with some new content drops, etc. Hopefully this thing keeps. It would be nice to see there be some support. Like from a player base size standpoint, it would be nice to see this supported by having enough people in the lobbies to be able to make all of this work. And the devs have said if they needed to, they were going to change the GearScore bracketing or whatever on the fly as they saw fit. So, like I said, hopefully the player base can support this. Obviously, if I see any other changes, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Thanks so much for coming and checking out the video. If you end up enjoying it, maybe consider subbing the channel. That would be kind of awesome. Otherwise, you can check me out live over at twitch.tv/Onepeg, where I stream every day around 5 to 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time until whenever. Otherwise, I suppose I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for lending me your eyeballs, everybody. We'll see you soon, okay? Peace.